Hello and welcome to my latest video. This video, I will be sharing with you my views on mental health and spiritual gifts, and the topic around that being sensitivity. So, the last couple of days, I've been contemplating what content to bring onto my channel, expressing myself, in the right way. I do overthink things a lot. I'm a worrier, and I want to help people. I want to heal people. I want to help people on their journeys. And you know what? I've had an energy shift the last couple of days, and I've realized, do you know what, Lara? You've got to be you. You've got to come out and be you authentically, because I've had a difficult journey. I've been through difficulties in life, like we all have. But what makes us unique and what makes people gravitate towards you and like you for you is being real and yourself. And yes, I have a lot of spiritual knowledge or a lot of knowledge and wisdom to help others, but I feel it's only fair to step into that and share my story with that, because that in itself, I believe for many will be helpful and healing. Part of how I believe and perceive things and what's helped me on my journey is my spiritual path, my awakening, and learning more about the deeper purpose to life and the meaning of life, and getting really in touch with myself. So I'm going to share with you guys more of me and my truth and what that means for me. And obviously the views and opinions I express on my own. If they resonate with you, great. If they don't, don't worry. I also believe we all see the world through our own unique lens based off our experiences, our upbringings, and our soul purpose and how we're here to view things. That's going to be different for everybody. So the topic of today's video is sensitivity, which my whole life I can remember, even from being a young child, I've always been sensitive, whether it's, being told off or what others will think of me, or, being around other people or school environments, college environments, work environments. I've always been sensitive. It's always been overwhelming to me. It's always felt uncomfortable, and it's never been easy. And I feel for a lot of people, this is a relatable theme, being sensitive. Now, before I dig into the sensitivity, obviously there is just a fine line I want to say is sensitivity, yes, I believe is a gift. However, if you're too oversensitive, if you're too oversensitive, there could be imbalances within your energy field or within yourself that could then make that oversensitivity too much of a negative impact in you. What I'm talking about is the sensitivity, using it as a gift, and how to use it and embrace it, as opposed to shutting off from it and it causing you more problems than maybe bordering onto the oversensitivity. So when I express and I say sensitivity, for instance, I could go somewhere, meet someone, and I'm instantly going to be like, is this too much for me if I'm in a busy place? Yes, I'm feeling too sensitive. Now, in mental health, a lot of people could feel that as anxiety, or it could trigger them, or all the different sounds and noises, and that's because your senses are more intuitive. You're more highly sensitive because you can perceive and pick up on that energy. So where we're thinking, oh my God, this is a curse, it's so hard for me, actually, that's a gift to be able to walk in somewhere and know if you like the energy or not, because that's your intuition. You're tapping into that and realizing, actually something doesn't quite feel right here, or oh, hold on, this is too overwhelming for me. What I've learned over the years is things like energy protection work really well for me. Changing maybe where I go. I'm not saying to change my whole life, but maybe I'll choose to go to a quieter time or to a quieter place. Or, for some people it might work to do certain things online. It's about embracing you. If you feel more sensitive in that kind of environment and that gives you more anxiety, but maybe you want to overcome that. Okay, great. Maybe work on techniques of protecting your energy then, that I cover in separate videos. But for other people, it might be, that's who I am. That's maybe I'm going to stick to quieter places or going out at quieter times. And that's fine. We shouldn't feel bad. But when the pressures of society and the world and other people step in, that suddenly puts more pressure and anxiety onto us. And it becomes even harder to exist in this world. So, sorry, you may hear my little kitten as well. She loves to get in on these videos and the spiritual chat, because as we know, cats are truly psychic and gifted animals and spirit teachers here on earth to help us. And she is truly one of mine. So guys, this spiritual sensitivity, also being able to read people, so to speak, or sensitive to other people's energies, or, if you don't feel comfortable around certain people, well, that's great. That's your intuition telling you something's not quite right. I've had that all my life, and like certain places or things I might have used to go out more or go out a lot, or to busier environments, and it was like, then I found out, okay, I was only really been able to relax if I was drinking alcohol to be there. And, at the time I didn't have that conscious awareness to know, but actually, hold on, that was my energy telling me something wasn't right. Like, these places aren't suited for you, that's not right for you, Lara, but I wasn't listening. And when we don't listen to ourselves, it causes a lot of problem. Again, like with foods, that's another one, like sensitivities. So again, it's your body calling you back to be as pure and natural as possible, that we're meant to be. Like, we're high energy machines, and if we don't charge ourselves with good, organic, nutritious, healthy, whole foods, of course that's going to increase our sensitivities and we're going to feel worse. But I personally have just always found, like, being sensitive or too emotional, it's always been a problem for other people. I feel that's what it is. Society doesn't teach us how to be caring or compassionate or empathetic towards others. Even the mental health system, or these supposed doctors or nurses that are meant to be specialists in this, they're not caring towards the sensitivity. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them aren't. And that's why I want to speak my truth, to help other people that are struggling with their mental health and help them to realize that there is more to it than that. And it's part of our journey, and we're here to learn. And I look back and I think, if I hadn't gone through all the things I've gone through and all the struggles I go through on a daily basis, how would I be able to truly relate to others and help them if I didn't have my own battles to have gone through and to be working through? Because I look at it, when I look at people I may learn from, it's like, I don't want to learn from a perfect teacher who looks like they haven't had any struggles, or is so fake or so perfect or so positive. Like, that's not appealing to me, because I just think, like, what have you really been through in life? Like, how can you really relate to me, or how can I really relate to you, or how would you be understanding towards me, or do you really have that much depth or knowledge of it, or what are their true reasons for wanting to do stuff? Like, I'm very deep, like, I really look into things and people, and that's what I want to touch on. That's the purpose of my channel, and I want to help build and grow that so I can reach and help as many people as possible. But for those of you who've been denied your sensitivity, or you always feel like being sensitive is a curse rather than a blessing, I'm here to remind you it's your goddamn blessing. Like, now, the more I'm doing work within the healing field, the psychic work, mediumship, sensitivity is what's needed, because I need to be sensitive in order to feel those sixth senses, to tap into other people's feelings and emotions. That is a gift, to be able to do that, because not everyone can. So I'm here to show you a different perspective of things, and that it's not a one thing fits all. This might be what it means for me, but it might be not what it means for you. Even just hearing another perspective might open your eyes to see and view your own sensitivity in a different light. There are times where it feels like, do you know what? I wish I wasn't as sensitive. I wish I didn't have the feelings I did and care how much I did for the world and for humanity, because it'd be easier. But then I'm like, hey, that's just not the lesson I'm here to learn in this life. I'm obviously here to learn how to connect with people. And yes, when I feel the pain of the world, the sadness of the world, the sadness of humanity, it is like crippling. I've suffered my whole life as well with, feelings of suicidalness and not wanting to be here. And it's like those pains and that sensitivity, because it's like, I feel as though I'm trapped in a world that's not for me. Then my higher self has to remind myself I'm here for a purpose, and I'm here to help and healing with others in our world, to help other people on their journeys. So it's that constant kind of battle. But my sensitivity has helped me tap into that and to realize there is more to it. Again, with the food sensitivities, it's helped me to realize, right, this commercial stuff, this stuff that's just man-made, not from earth, it's not for you. It's not working for you. You need organic, you need natural, you need to go back to basics. So there are ways to look at it like that. Again, the sensitivity, I can connect with people, I can help them, I can understand them, I can read them, I can use my gifts to be able to help them within their life. I can connect again with beings in other realms or dimensions, or past loved ones or spirits. Again, you have to be sensitive to be able to do that. And again, that's a gift not everyone has. So it's realizing we all have gifts. gifts. And when I say that, it's not like in an egotistical way, because every single one of us walking this earth has a gift. You know, whether it's your gift of singing, writing, working with children, being a great husband or a wife or a teacher or a nurse, or do you know what I mean? Creating art for people to view, cleaning the streets. It could be anything, cleaning someone's home. Like, a gift is in any way, shape or form, however you want to see it. So when I say that word, but doesn't it sound beautiful to say it as, yeah, it's my gift? Because when we talk about ourselves and others in a better way, in a more kinder way, in a more loving way, your energy then towards yourself instantly changes. And so when I say that word sensitivity, okay, most people have a negative connotation with that. But when I actually then use the word gift incorporated with that, it's like, hold on a minute, there's some goodness to this sensitivity. Yes. Feeling others' pain as if it's my own. Okay, that, can be difficult, but then I can relate to them better, Or on the flip side, I've learned energy protection, protecting my aura, protecting my energy, how to clean off some other people's energy from mine, so I'm not walking around with their sadness or their pain. So it's about tapping into it and diving into it in a deeper way. And, when you're more of a sensitive person, you'll probably find as well things like animals and children gravitate towards you more as well, because you have a softer energy field. You're not so hard. That sensitivity allows you to connect. And my guess would be that many people who do suffer with their sensitivity, you're probably actually just naturally very intuitive and psychic, but you don't know it and you're switched off to it. So, if you go out and you're noticing things, or even if someone gave you a funny look, or, they looked at you in a certain way, or they might say something, there were times where that could ruin my whole day, even in my whole week, because it felt so painful. But then when I started having a more spiritually mature approach to things and viewing things in a different way, and realizing that, what's going on internally for someone else isn't a reflection of me or who I am, it did help me a lot along the way. So I'm really looking forward to bringing you guys more videos on these topics and talking about mental health and how it connects to our spiritual gifts, our spiritual purpose, and our soul purpose, which, yes, some people listening to this may be new to them. They may not believe in that, but again, I'm not here to force beliefs or views on anyone. I'm just here to share my own and support people along their journeys, whatever that means for them. And I find that's the best approach to take, because when someone tells you this is right, that is wrong, it's a very black and white approach, and that it doesn't work for everyone. And that's something I've learned in life, is like, you know what? I might see this as the best way and the only way, but for someone else, their world is completely different, and that might equal a completely different outcome. And you know what? That's actually okay. I can't control everyone. So this is also part of my own healing journey. So guys, and I also want to introduce you more to topics of your psychic development, spiritual development, numerology, astrology, and how they all can combine, and we can learn more about ourselves and the world and others, and help us to be better people. That is the goal, guys. And just remember, your sensitivity is a blessing. If you feel like you're being oversensitive and it's impacting you negatively, then you need to work on calling your energy back and looking at doing some more healing and energy protection techniques, and maybe even energy healing sessions would be great for you too. But when you find you're living in your purpose and you're following your soul purpose and your path, which I can help people with finding that too, you will find your energies are far more balanced. And another top tip with this as well, highly sensitive people, including myself, I've learned, and I got told this many times over the years before it really sunk in and I took action, is we have to be grounded. Like, we literally have to be so grounded, because our energies, our higher chakras, as I call them, and our higher energies, so our mental, in our mind and stuff, we're not so much always in our physical bodies, and sometimes more in our emotional bodies. We really need to be grounded into the physical. So earth, nature, exercising outside, walking, running, jogging, cycling, you name it, playing outside, putting your feet on the earth, gardening, things like that are going to connect you to earth. Even just visualization, grounding techniques, if you can't go outside, they can still be really positive and helpful. But the more grounded you are in the physical, the easier it will be for you then to connect in the mental, emotional, and spiritual as well. Everything will become more balanced, and when you're more balanced, everything in your life, including the emotions, will be more balanced too. Guys, I thank you so much for your love and support on the channel. Keep commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I'm going to be bringing you more, and I cannot wait.